What's up, brothers in Christ, man? Lion December coming at you with another video. I'm gonna try to do this on one take, working on my craft, working on getting better at talking to the mic and doing minimal cuts and adjustments. We want to be fluid. Anyways, now that I got that out the way, chapter 1156 dropped yesterday, not officially. Go ahead and check that out if you haven't already. And then if you plan on checking it out when it officially drops, this is your chance to leave right now because this is spoiler heavy. Anyways, so we'll kind of jump around a little bit, but the main thing I want to point out is Rox D. Zebek claimed he needed a certain devil fruit to take down the world government, right? And he wants King Harold to take it. So I was kind of instantly theorizing in my head, oh, does this mean that the fruit is confirmed to be the sun god Nika fruit? And then on top of that, does this confirm Joyboy was a giant? Not necessarily, right? So I'm not going to go jumping that far. It still is in the realm of possibility. But what is interesting is if this particular fruit was the sun god Nika fruit, why doesn't Rox D. Zebek want to eat it himself? So that's why I was kind of thinking, does this confirm that Rox doesn't have a devil fruit? Which is like, it's really great because it puts him at a phenomenal level compared to Roger, Garp, and all the old heads because he's just like Roger. And it goes back to that statement that Kaido said that, hey, Conqueror Haki, you know, it is the, what did he say? Conqueror Haki remains supreme or is the best thing going. Now, I feel like I kind of messed that sentence up, but either way, we keep pushing forward. Now, let's take a look at this. We know last chapter he fought, or no, he didn't fight. He encountered Imu. A lot of people saying this is a flex for Imu because, hey, Rox D. Zebek admitted there's nothing I could do right now. But I want you guys to think a little bit deeper or just, look in plain sight. Hey, Imu is immortal, whether it be through Law's devil fruit or him having some type of devil contract or him being the devil or him having a devil fruit. We know he is immortal because all his holy knights are immortal. And then a few chapters we learn from Gabon, hey, by no means are these guys immortal. Luffy, tighten up on your Conqueror's Haki. But wait a minute. If that's the case, Gabon, why isn't Saint Summers dead? Yeah, you chopped him in half. Yeah, he wasn't able to heal right away compared to when he was taking attacks from other people. But why isn't he dead? He still inevitably got back together due to Imu's power. So tying this back to Rox D. Zebek and why he realized in that moment, I cannot do anything to this person, is because I believe, not Conqueror's Haki, I definitely think that plays a role. I believe Sun God Nika is the answer for this immortality. But hey, Lion D. Simba, or just call me Simba for short, why wasn't Luffy able to do anything against the Gorosei? Fair point. Now I think that's where the Conqueror's Haki ties in, because not only is it a great amount of Conqueror's Haki needed, or a refinement of Conqueror Haki, I think you need that devil fruit. So the only question mark I have is why not Rox D. Zebek? Maybe he just still wants his ability to swim. But he wants King Harold to take the devil fruit, who we know, if not stronger, is on the level of Rox D. Zebek when it comes to Conqueror's Haki. So if he was to eat the sun god Nika fruit, that means Harold would have not only this renowned crew of fighters, but he has sun god Nika he has Sun God Nika with amazing Conquerors Hockey on his team fighting for his side. So it's like if I'm trying to make it in the rap game and I got a guy that just raps way better than me, I'm gonna put him in a position so we can make these millions. I'm not gonna be mad because he raps better than me. So I think Rox doesn't have that type of mindset where he needs everything for himself. But going back to my theory with Joyboy, was Joyboy originally a giant? I can't necessarily say that just yet because we do know we got a quick silhouette of the original or the first pirate, Joyboy, talking to Emmett, the giant robot. And he looked like a normal dude. So now it could be one or two things. It could either be he was just a human, and with the Sun God Nika form, he was able to get giant, and that's why we have that hat that's in the Holy Land that Emu has locked up in a freezer. Or it could be he was originally a giant and he uses the Sun God Nika fruit to be small. Is that a stretch? Can Luffy shrink? We haven't seen that yet. Maybe that's going to be revealed in Luffy's bag in future fights, that he could actually shrink himself with his devil fruit. So the only question I have is whether the original Joyboy was a giant or not. Why is that devil fruit, or why is that hat permanently big? Because if he was originally small, or he normally walked around in a small state, why need that straw hat so big? Or is it being frozen to stay in that way? Or did he also use his devil fruit to turn it into a giant straw hat, and since he was awakened, it stayed like that? So many questions. But that's the main thing that was sitting on my mind, and I wanted to get that out and express my thoughts. Now we kind of double back to the Roger Pirates versus the Kuja Pirates. I had a good time reading that part. It was funny, even though, Oda kind of explained through some of the text that the Roger Pirates were holding back because obviously they're fighting women. And then we find out our boy Roger, Goldie Roger, this man was a simp. So people are making the argument that definitely Sanji now has the opportunity to get Conquerors Hockeys, because if Roger can be a simp and put his pride to the side and beg for a girl and still have Supreme Conquerors Hockey, so can Sanji. At the end of the day, I've always been a Sanji fan. So I'm not necessarily a Zoro stan to where I hate Sanji, or I'm a Sanji stan that hates Zoro, because I'm a Luffy stan. And even then, I still love everybody in the crew equally. So I just said that because, there's a lot of hate going back and forth between Zoro and Sanji with this whole Conqueror Hockey stuff. I believe Sanji's going to get Conqueror's Hockey officially confirmed in this chapter, because we had Gabon getting cut off when he was trying to tell Sanji. And so there was a inkling that he might have said something, but because Loki yelled, we don't know. So we got promise for Sanji. That's very good. And then we have Garp cutting this little confrontation between the Kuja Pirates and the Roger Pirates short, and he clashes with Roger. Oda, I expressed it in my initial video. This is not a good look. You put so much gas on Rocks that now everything in comparison kind of looks like it's a lackluster. So I believe he's gonna give Roger more feats and more clashes. At this point, we need a full fleshed out fight. I'm tired of clash piece. We got enough clashes. And I know the anime is going to do some of these clashes justice and add to the fight, but I want a legit fight between these old heads so we can actually have a better idea of power scaling. And I'm going to cut this video short. I don't want it to be too long. You guys, if you want to add on to my theories or let me know what you guys are thinking after this chapter, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. And one more thing. The Luffy's mom theory is still alive. because we got introduced to Tritama, a former empress who we know died of the love sickness. Now, the only thing in that flaw is people saying around the time she died, Luffy was already born. So my thing is, if Dragon already had, what with her to have Luffy, she already got what she wants, so she wouldn't have died from the love sickness, right or wrong. Anyways, it's your boy Lion December. Make sure to share the video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll come back at you in another video. Peace.